well, thank you. My name's Katy Turner. I grew up in Scotland and England and then lived in London for a while. Now I live in Dubai. So I used to be an occupational therapist. So I used to work for the NHS and social services back in the UK. And through COVID, I worked for a crisis team, helping keeping people out of hospital. So really primarily it was to make friends. So meeting people with similar interests. And it's really nice because all of the women, men and women in the course are really lovely, and I've made a few new friends, so that's really nice. My favourite part of the painting process is after you have started and you've got you started putting paint on. The first bit is really hard because I worry about making a mistake, but once I've actually started, I like the fact that you can correct and you can keep going over and changing it and adapting it to what you had imagined in your mind. So editable. I think the start, the worry that you've got this kind of fresh canvas and the paint goes on and it's sort of permanent, you feel a little bit at the beginning, especially if you haven't done it much before, that you're going to ruin it or you're going to make a mistake and you're going to have to throw it in the bin. But actually, as you go through, you realize that things can be changed. You can just paint over. You can actually even put stuff over the canvas so you can start again completely. So it's that starting bit is quite daunting. Yes, definitely. I'm a bit of a problem solver through my work, through just how my brain works. And so I'm always thinking outside the box. I'm always, if there's a problem, how can I overcome it in a different way if the first way hasn't worked? So yeah, that takes a lot of creativity. So my theme is flow, and the way that kind of resonates with me and the way I've integrated that into my work is, so as an occupational therapist, there's a kind of theory there's a principle, that the Japanese principle, where your life is like a river, and if your life flows along the river, it is the river. All of the boulders and things in your way are like the challenges that come up, and all of there are other things in you that you have alongside you, like your skills and your talents and your strengths, and help from others, and that help you overcome all of those barriers. And the elements that I used for my piece were the light, which is kind of the good things that happen to you in your life, or that you have in your life, and the darkness, the shade that you also have in your life. And then I've got the sort of my strengths running through those that I can use in both of those challenges, the good times and the bad times. The Japanese are very keen on visualizing principles. So they've got a model. There's a principle called ikigai, which is around finding your kind of purpose in life. So something that you enjoy, something that's going to make you money, something that there's like 5 or 6 different principles, and the thing that incorporates all of those things is your calling. So I really like that principle because it's very in tune with what I believe in terms of what we all have in ourselves to be able to achieve. Sometimes we just focus too much on one of those things and it doesn't quite fulfill us, and we don't know why, because we're making money or it's the job we always wanted, but actually if it doesn't meet all of the things, or if it doesn't meet most of the things, there's going to be something missing. So with flow and the way that I've integrated that into my artwork, it's very much how I want to view my life. So even though it's a bit like that kind of saying, there's no light, there's no shadow without the light, and kind of remembering that even if in hard times, I still have what it takes to get through, and also those lighter times are still gonna exist later on. Something valuable would be the lovely friends that I've met. I'm definitely going to keep in touch with people, and just the confidence that I've gained to actually be able to put paint to canvas or paint to paper and just be kind of a bit freer with what I'm doing. So that's something I really wanted to take away, and that's something that I am taking away. So all I want to say is thank you to Denise and the We Love Art team. I've had such a nice time. I'm definitely going to come again. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year, do another set, because I've really, really enjoyed it, and I've really learnt a lot. So thank you. Hello everyone, I'm Katy. This is my lovely artwork. So the card that I chose was flow, and the way that resonated with me was having sort of light parts of your life and dark parts of your life, and they happen regardless. And the gold represents our strengths that run through us, that help us to overcome those barriers that get in our way through our life. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
J'espère me regarde, je te sais, au bord de la mer. Au bord de la mer. J'espère me regarde, je te sais.
See you next time.
Au bord de la mer.
You're like, oh, is this the right place? Oh God, that's a really hard one. Something about me that I wish other people knew. I don't know how to answer that one.
Could be anything.